Mana is a young man from a small village in Ghana. Born into a poor family, Mana's life has faced many challenges. Since childhood, however, fate smiled on him when a wealthy family in Accra adopted him. This family has an only daughter named Tani, with whom Mana has grown up since she was a child. Mana and Tani are both adults, and although Mana has always silently cared for and loved Tani for a long time, Tani does not notice his feelings. Instead, she is attracted to Khan, a charming and flirtatious man who knows how to attract attention and take advantage of those around him to achieve his own goals. Khan is a charming and flirtatious man, known for his lavish lifestyle and extravagant spending habits. Khan lives a glamorous life, often attending lavish parties, high-class social events, and expensive trips. He always appears in designer clothes, drives expensive cars, and lives in a luxury apartment or luxury villa. Kang's evenings are often filled with neon lights, loud music, and lavish parties. With his womanizing nature, Khan has a long list of romantic relationships, frequently changes girlfriends, and is known for his womanizing lifestyle. He always seeks out and often approaches girls at parties or social events, and tends to attract them with charm and sweet words. Khan used company money to fund his fun, including lavish dinners, private parties, and expensive trips. These expenses were often recorded in company accounts under unclear or fake categories. In order to conceal the true purpose of the expenses, Khan was very skillful in using his intelligence and communication skills to cover up his corrupt and abusive behavior at work. He built an image of success and trust in the company, while in reality, he took advantage of his power and position to commit corruption and use company money for personal purposes. At a luxurious party held at a 5-star hotel, where many important people and famous guests were present, Khan and Tani met. Tani appeared at the party with her charming beauty and confidence, making her stand out from the crowd. She was a smart and stylish woman, which made Tani the center of attention. Seeing Tani as someone who was valuable both socially and personally, Khan used his charm and communication skills to approach her. With his sweet words and perfect appearance, he quickly won Tani's heart. Khan noticed that Tani had a wide social network and was intelligent, which could benefit him in his work. He took advantage of Tani's feelings to gain support in approaching important clients or gathering information about business opportunities. Khan may have asked Tani to participate in important events or meetings to take advantage of her social connections, while keeping Tani from realizing that he was taking advantage of her intelligence and connections. Although Tani felt that Khan was a charming and interesting man, she gradually recognized signs of calculation in his behavior. But every time they met, Khan always knew how to gain her trust. Therefore, Tani is still not fully aware of this. When Mana realizes that his love is not reciprocated, and Tani is being used by Khan, he feels his heart is broken. Deciding not to sit idly by and watch the person he loves being deceived, Mana decides to take action. He applies to work at Kang's company, hoping to find out the truth and protect Tani from Kang's hands. As soon as Mana starts working at Kang's company, he immediately feels hostility from Khan. Khan realizes that Mana has feelings for Tani and is determined to make things difficult for him. As soon as Mana starts working at Kang's company, Khan asks Mana to complete a big data analysis project in just 1 week, when similar projects usually take at least 3 weeks. His purpose is to make Mana make mistakes so that he has a reason to fire him or reduce his reputation in the company. However, with his determination, Mana worked day and night, forgetting about rest time, and completed the assigned work on schedule. One time, Khan assigned Mana to take charge of an important meeting with a client, but failed to provide him with the necessary documents and accurate information about the meeting. As a result, Mana was not prepared in time, leading to an unsuccessful meeting. Khan then used this incident to criticize Mana publicly in front of the entire company. Khan repeatedly asked Mana to do menial tasks that were not directly related to his main duties, such as buying coffee for the entire office, organizing company parties, or moving unimportant documents from one department to another. These tasks not only wasted Mana's time, but also reduced his ability to focus on more important tasks. With his cunning and ruthless nature, Khan used the tactic of assigning tasks on weekends to make Mana have no time to meet and take care of Tanny. Despite facing many difficulties and pressures at work, Mana tried to complete his tasks as soon as possible, and did not forget to express his feelings for Tanny through small surprise gifts on weekends. This was how Mana brought joy and encouragement to Tanny, and tried to create special moments between the two. Mana, despite facing terrible pressure, remained patient and cautious. He quietly collected evidence of Kang's wrongdoings. Mana knew that many important information could be revealed. In informal meetings and conversations, he secretly recorded the meetings that Khan attended, especially those related to financial transactions and important decisions. Mana sought to access and monitor the company's financial reports and accounting records. He broke into the accounting department to examine financial transactions and identify irregularities, such as inappropriate expenses or transfers of funds from unknown sources. Mana took screenshots and backed up important documents as evidence of Kang's corruption. To strengthen his evidence, Mana secretly interviewed colleagues and other employees to gather information about Kang's wrongdoings. He carefully approached those who might know about Kang's corrupt practices and encouraged them to share information without revealing his identity. Mana also paid attention to the company's purchasing and payment transactions. He recorded details of unusual expenses and compared them with vouchers and invoices. He discovered that many expenses were higher than reported and had no legitimate reason. With perseverance and continuous efforts, Mana finally gathered enough evidence to prove Kang's corruption. Mana passed these evidences to Tanny. Tanny, although initially shocked and heartbroken to learn that the person she loved was not what he seemed, was also very grateful to Mana for opening her eyes. Tanny decided to stand up against Khan. She contacted the law enforcement agencies and presented solid evidence of Kang's crimes. Kang was brought to court on many serious charges, including corruption, embezzlement, and fraud. He was convicted of the crimes he had committed and received a long prison sentence. The mistakes and damages caused by Khan were gradually corrected, and the company began to return to a stable development trajectory. Tanny and Mana, through their efforts, helped restore the company's reputation and stability, while clarifying its values and ethical principles. Mana, after completing her mission and protecting Tanny, continued to work hard to build her career and create a positive influence in the company.